Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Worlds of Magic. I made a mistake. My mistake was that I was not able to point out how marvelous, how outstanding this game actually is. And that's the reason I make a second recording out of the little time I have for gaming. This game is a combination of Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate, and Civilization. This game uses the D20 system for its creatures. Just try to imagine the number of creatures that can actually be fought or built in this game. It's the whole Dungeons and Dragons universe at your disposal, combined with the possibilities of Civilization. The only other thing we gamers ever wanted was a space game with the mechanics and the world of X combined with real boarding and real ground combat like MechWarrior or an ego shooter for the boarding ships. So this game is actually, you could say, the diamond in a world of stones. That does not mean I want you to go out there naked screaming the name of this game to everyone in his face, but I want you to use your resources to make mouth-to-mouth propaganda. To, if you have it, invest the money in this game because it's totally worth it. It's going to be unbelievable great. And to show you a little more of the game and what I found out, I will do the following. I will make 5 targets. I will take the Draconians this time. The Draconians themselves, they are not that powerful. They're excellent when it comes to flying, but that's mainly what they can do. So here is what we do. We take Enchanter, Battle Mage, Archmage, and I think you have an idea where I want to go. Yes, I want to buff my units into Oblivion. So we have 3 more points to spend. I take the Expansionist because my dragons are not very good at reproducing, you could say. We will need 1 point for healing. We'll need 1 more point here and 1 more point here. And then we go to the spell section. And we want the buffs. That's what we're in. The more damage, the better. Damage, damage, damage. And not damage by spells, but damage by our own units. So, and of course some healing, because I think our units will tend to die quickly. So let's go for it. You might say, Boris, what are you doing? You sound like a religious fanatic, and we all think know what I think about religion, but I think this game is worth believing in. And to show you a little bit more of that, or of my actual idea, first of all, let's buy something in our city. Our troops are crap. That's a fact. So for that reason, I will build a hall of hunters. And I will try to make as much mana as possible. We're getting bonus mana because of this resource, I guess. I think we have some crystals here. And I look at the power resources too. Yes, that must be the crystals. And then we take our warriors and send them there. Perhaps we can find something interesting. And there is another point about this. You might see spells here that you have not seen in the beginning for the choosing, because there are more than 3 spell levels actually. There are many more spells. And let's just think how many spells all the D&D universe has to offer. And then you have an idea how many spells are possible here. Boundless. Boundless opportunities, I tell you. Boundless opportunities. So, werewolves, rangers, spell swords, hellswords, fire. Yo, no. Definitely not going up against those. But we're hoarding mana, and that means we will be able to buff our units soon. A lot of crystals. This should actually a quite impressive starting area. And we start casting freezing weapon. As you can see, This is really Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, upkeep cost. Well, there's no upkeep cost in Dungeons and Dragons, but spell resistance, saving throw, 1 unit, extra damage, 1d6 negative energy. And we cast it on 1 unit. And then we fly off and we cast it right again. Hopefully next turn it will be available, and it will. And let's fly around and search for someone to kick ass. Well, someone that we can actually beat the crap out of. So, not all special locations are actually inhabited. There are locations that are simply there for the looting, and that are the ones we're looking for. Water Elemental, Glaive Castle Raiders, and Hellhounds. Well, we're flying, we might be able to beat them. The problem is, when we hit the enemy will hit us. And that is the point that we will not survive. So, yes, the upkeep cost is a pain, but we can pay that. So, we have 26 mana, which is enough for... The question is Giant Trench or Strength or Stone Skin. I will go for the Stone Skin. I have never been a big fan of Armor class in Dungeons and Dragons, but still, we will do our best. So, one more spell, and then we go in there, guns blazing. We will lose the battle. I do not want to make this recording too long. I just want to show you what is possible, and that this game is unbelievable good and has an unbelievable high potential. These are the swordsmen. I bet they have some shield. No, they have just toughness, and they're not that much better. And they have werewolves. Oh, they can cast spells. Would you believe that? Dodge, toughness, mundane resistance, positive energy vulnerability, energy resistance. Well, I think we've got both to offer, so no problem here. Look at the damage, 7 to 22. I think our normal damage is 5 to 10. So yeah, we just know, we really know our job. So I must make this short because I'm needed down there. But it is so important to me to show you this game that I simply cannot wait. Ooh, the good thing is we're doing a hell of a lot of damage, but they're doing the same to us. Can we cast a spell or something? No. Whoa, look at this damage. And but they killed us in return. Yeah, we're good damage dealers, but we're horrible when it comes to taking damage. Yeah, they're not fighters. They're simply not fighters. What does that do? Saving throw +4. I'm not paying 28 mana for that. Skip it. If I could have waited, then I could have healed one. Well, let's fight the werewolves just for once, just to see. Uh-oh. Crap! 53 damage? You're kidding me? That hurt. Well, let's see our town build the first guy. 8. We purchase that just to see what new unit we have available then. I go for the armory. Oh, I think I could have actually built the unit right from the start. Hunters. Higher. I think we must stop that and buy a hunter. Sadly, there is at the moment no way to look at this unit. But good thing is we have so much money, I think we will be able to purchase him right out now. Perfect. We have a lot of mana, so let's fight that guy. Okay, what do we know about this guy? Hunters fight with tridents and webs. They can entangle enemies and pull down opposing flyers. That is not something we have actually used for. Okay, I think we have to cast spells on them right where they stand. And I go for Unholy Weapon. And forward! You wonder why the spells are so cheap now? Well, that is because we are in our own area now. So spell casting is far more cheap. Stone Skin! So I think we have every useful spell at our side now. Let's hit them. Very acceptable. Yeah, that's okay. I hope we can still heal. No, we're out of everything. But no problem. I'm pretty sure our guys can do the work. Yeah, that was good damage. I like the hunters. I really do. Look at this. Great guys, and they even got 700 experience points. And I think, did they level up? No, they were already level 2. Okay. But still, oh, they cost more upkeep than the others. But still, I like those guys. So, the spells are gone, so if you cast something in battle, it is not active after the battle. But I'm already talking too much, I should go back down. I have shown you everything I wanted to show. I've urged you to invest in this game, time, money, and mind. And I'll leave you with that and hope to see you soon. Bye.